Wende Parsley here with Jeremiah School, and we get a lot of questions on our Facebook page, on our website, phone calls, just people we know on the street asking, how do you start homeschooling your kid? I don't think I can do it. I want to tell you that you can, but how am I qualified to even give you information on this? I am a 30-plus year veteran teacher. I have a bachelor's in education. I'm certified in reading recovery, special ed, reading, early childhood, pre-K, and ESL. And I have my master's degree in ESL, which is teaching English to non-native English speakers, which is pretty much everybody that's learning to talk. But here's where you'd start. One of the biggest things that people worry about is grades. How do I keep grades? How do I prove we did anything? Go to Walmart or office supply stores, teacher stores, and get a grade book. Get any kind of a ledger, and you just write in there, this is the date, this is the name of the assignment, this is the grade they got. At the end, you can go online and say, grade template, or you can build one that's just like a grid sheet, like a report card from a school. You go put their grades in there. There are actually grading programs you can purchase. There might be some free ones out there. I don't know. I figure, if you're averaging 10 or 15 grades for one kid, you can do it on your phone. And then you just put it in there like it's a report card, and you sign it at the bottom. And in states that allow homeschooling, that's all you do. That's all they need if they go back to school or for later to get into a community college. And time frame. Usually it takes about 3 or 4 hours a day. That's average. So one day you might do 1 hour. One day you might do 4 or 5 hours. And it really just depends on the kid. And people are worried that that's not enough time. But if you look at the public schools and you take out PE and recess and lunch and electives and walking down the hall and giving everybody time to get their pencils and waiting for everybody to quiet down and then repeating directions 5 times because somebody wasn't listening, whatever it is, all of those things that happen during the day, and you add that up, really it comes out to somewhere around 3 hours of really on task kind of stuff. For PE, we would always just go for a walk or go swimming or go on a bike ride, anything like that. Any of their extracurricular activities like football, all of that, you can give them a grade on that. So other thing, state requirements. What if I don't teach what's required by the state? I am actually going to do a follow-up video on this that shows you how to navigate through that and read the language. But in Texas, you would go to the Texas Education Agency, and then you look for the TEKS, T-E-K-S, Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. And then by grade level, it lists what you need to teach. You can look at those and say, my kid already knows this. You can go back to the grade before and say, he doesn't know this, we need to do that. You can look at some and say, well, this is stupid, we're not going to do it, because you don't have to. And then you can kind of figure out by the end of the year that we've mastered these things, we're going to move on. You don't even have to work in the same grade level the whole year. So it is completely up to you how you do that, but that gives you kind of a framework and helps people feel more secure with where to start and where to go from there. A lot of people go to the bookstore and buy like 15 workbooks, or they order a program online. And some people like those more because
doing paperwork all day. And a lot of our kids that we've chosen to homeschool are struggling in school, and it's the sitting and the paper pencil part that just is like torture to them. So I encourage you to find other ways to do that, and we will have a series of videos coming that kind of give you some ideas, show you how these things work, so that you know, kind of just some different stuff to do. You can also go to your local library, read books there. They have some programs there. They have museums with things set up. You may have a kid that goes to speech therapy or physical therapy, occupational therapy. Those kinds of things can count as part of your schooling. You can do field trips. If you're studying plants, go to the local nursery and look at
plants and categorize them, and there's all kinds of really active things you can do. You can also buy educational games or put things on an iPad, keep books and stuff like that in your car, so that as you're driving throughout the day, that 10, 15, 20, 30, however long you're in your car, minutes, that's school time. When you're going through the grocery store, they help you add up the total. You talk about the food groups. All of that counts as science. So if you do that for an hour, there might be your science or your math for the day. You have to remember that you're going to think outside the box on this and make it really cool and related to life skills. Things your kids need to be able to, just become a successful adult. The other thing is, if you say you're not very good at upper level science as the kids get older, or math or things like that, you find a tutor, find another parent that's homeschooling that is good at that, and you trade services with them. So maybe you do reading or writing and they do the science and the math. You can look for therapists or other programs where they're helping with maybe dyslexia or sensory issues, anything like that, so that helps you with what you're doing. And you can look in your communities. There are free services that won't cost you a thing, or there are services that may not cost very much. There are agencies that provide for those. So look for our series that's coming, that's going to walk you through how to set up and how to figure out where to start and where to go. But hopefully this makes you feel a little bit better. It is not impossible. You can do this. You're fighting for your kids, and we stand with you.